Okay, thanks everyone for watching. We're about to have a segment, Urdu lesson segment with Muatasim Qazi. I'm going to call him Qazi, that's what we call him for short around the Globalist. So give us a little bit about tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're going to be walking us through today.
Well, I am from Pakistan, and I was a journalist back in Pakistan, then came to the US and ended up staying here longer than I expected. So currently I am doing some kind of journalism here and there, but besides that I do a lot of linguistics works or translations, let's say. And actually language is a skill set that I have. I speak around 4 languages, and one of them is Urdu that we'll be doing a lesson on today. So yeah, it's a transition from being a journalist to linguistics. It's exciting.
Cool. And tell us, for those who are unfamiliar with the language, I'm brand new to it. Can you give us a little context about the language, where it's spoken, that sort of thing?
You mean Urdu language that we will be having? Yeah. Urdu is actually the official language in Pakistan, and it's lingua franca in Pakistan. The fact is actually it's just spoken by 2% of the population as a mother tongue, but everybody else can communicate in the language. So besides that, there are a lot of other languages spoken in Pakistan, but it's the national language and to some extent an official language too. And it's also spoken in India. It's an official language in a lot of Indian states, let's say, and it has a lot of similarities with Hindi, which is pretty much, some people call actually Hindi and Urdu this the same language. The only difference is being the script, which Urdu is written in a Persian modified script, while Hindi is written in a different script. So yeah, it's if you can speak, just a little Urdu or Hindi, you can get along either in India or in Pakistan just fine.
Very cool. Okay, and I have some slides that I'm going to pull up here.
So yeah, how to say hi in Urdu? Actually, there are a lot of ways you can say hi. Some people use the Islamic greeting, which is salam. It's common throughout the Middle East and everywhere. But the proper Urdu word, or the formal way to say, is adab. And I don't know if people can see me. The way people do adab, then they just do like this, adab. That's the formal way how Urdu evolved over the years. So maybe Sari, you can repeat after me. Say adab. I don't know.
Adab.
Yeah.
Adab. Cool.
Perfect. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so if you want to say how are you in Urdu, you would say aap kaise hain.
Aap kaise hain?
Hain. Aap being you, kaise means how. Hain is the verb are. Aap kaise hain. Aap
kaise hain.
Yeah, perfect.
Is it close?
Close enough.
I'm going to stumble through most of these, but cool.
So adab, aap kaise hain?
All right.
Okay. So the response would be, I am fine, main theek hoon. So you can repeat it. Main theek hoon.
Main theek hoon.
Perfect. Wow. So main is being I, teek is fine, hoon is the verb again.
Very cool. And is that like a pretty common, just like a social greeting to say, how are you, and then I'm fine?
It's formal way of saying that I am fine. There are other ways to do that too, but this I believe is the most formal way to say that.
In Urdu, is it a gendered language at all? Like, would you have different words for female or male pronouns?
Yeah, it's actually it conjugates the gender, and there is a lot of noun conjugation as well. So that makes it a complicated language at some point in time. But there's a lot of conjugation, also gender conjugation, and then there's a noun conjugation as well.
Cool.
Okay, so the next one is, if you want to ask someone what their name is, you would say, what is your name? Aapka kya naam hai?
Cool. One more time, slowly.
Okay. Aapka kya naam hai?
Aapka kya naam hai?
Hey, yeah.
Hey? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly. So you would reply back maybe to the next slide. Mm, okay, my name is, then you would say your name. Mera naam hai. For example, I would say Mera naam Qazi hai.
Cool. So I would say Mara Nam Sara Hey.
Right. Perfect.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so nice to meet you would be आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. I can repeat it. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई.
So the KH, how's that? It's the
Yeah,
K is silent.
it has to come like right from from there. It's खुशी.
Yeah, so do you want to talk
Yeah.
about like how that sound, like are there specific vocal sounds that you make?
It's like Urdu has a lot of loan words which are from Persian and Arabic. So most of the words which are rooted in Arabic or in Persian actually have a lot of sounds which are different than maybe Hindi in so many ways. Khushi might be also used in Hindi as well, but the way they pronounce it in Urdu might be just a little different. So I would say khushi.
Khushi.
Khushi, exactly.
Cool. All right. And then one more time.
So aap se milkar khushi hui. So aap is being you, se means to, milkar means to meet, khushi means happy actually or nice.
Very
Hui
cool.
means that's the verb.
Very cool. Okay. We'll go on to the next one.
Okay, see you later. So see you later would be phir milenge.
So
Phir
Pir
milenge.
Pir Melenge.
Milenge. In Hindi it would be fir milenge.
So which is, for someone just starting out and learning Urdu, is one easier than the other if you're learning one of the other similar languages?
It's actually the classic Hindi and classic Urdu are very difficult to learn actually. But the way they're spoken, they're actually just one single language. The only difference is the way they are written actually. The script makes the difference.
Oh, interesting.
So it's the same language by all means. Okay, thank you. That's actually the most common phrase maybe somebody would, be interested in learning. It's shukriya.
Shukriya?
Shukriya.
Very cool.
Shukriya.
Shukriya. See. Is that the last one? Oh, wait, no, we have more.
No, I think we still have some more, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the next, you are welcome. So in response, you would say, koi baat nahi.
Koi baat nahi.
Nahi. So literally it would translate to it doesn't matter, or it's no problem actually. But you're welcome, that would be the proper way to say koi baat nahi.
Koi baat nahi. How do you say the last word again?
Nahi.
Nahi.
Nahi. We would come to nahi again. It's nahi means no actually. No. No baat nahi, no problem, no matter.
Oh, okay, interesting.
This is still not the last one. It says goodbye. It is Khuda Hafiz.
Oh, you have to repeat that one again.
Yeah. Khuda Hafiz.
Huda Hafiz?
Uh-huh.
Close.
Yeah, close enough. But if that's actually different, then we have another word called Alwida. Alwida. It's close enough.
Is that the more like informal version?
That's actually most formal, and that's more Urdu. Khuda Hafiz is actually a Persian word. So the Urdu word would be Alwida. That might be a Persian word as well, but actually Urdu is a combination of different languages. So it's hard to say that which word is from which language.
All right, have a good night.
Good night. Yeah, good night would be Shab Bakhair.
Shab Bakhair?
Shab Bakhair, yeah. And Shab is the night. Bakhair means that your night should be nice. So you're telling someone, hey, your night should be night. You should have a nice night.
Nice.
Good night.
All right, then some basic phrases.
Okay, some basic phrases.
So this is once you've mastered some of the
Yeah.
greetings, you can move on to some phrases.
Yeah, I didn't know actually which way to put the basic greetings first or the basic phrases. But let's see if that works out. So yes is haan. Haan.
Is the N silent at the end?
It's kind of, it makes a very, not a silent noise, but like minimum noise it can make. Haan.
Haan.
Haan. It's more like in English something similar.
Cool.
Okay. And no is nahi.
Nahi.
Nahi, right.
Cool.
And excuse me or I am sorry are actually the same phrase. So you would say maaf kijiye.
Ma kijiye.
Kijiye. It's a very formal way to say please excuse me. Maaf kijiye.
This is always my favorite one to learn as a traveler. I just apologize for everything.
Maaf kijiye. Yeah.
Maaf kijiye. Okay.
You said it really well actually.
Good.
Okay, and so I think we might have just a couple of more. So please would be meherbani karke.
Ooh, one more time.
Yeah, meherbani karke.
Oh, interesting.
I think we got that actually one wrong.
Okay, it looks a little different, yeah.
Yeah. So that got the duplicate slide, but it would.
We'll post these slides too on the Globalist later on the page, so people can download these if they want.
Perfect. Yeah, sure. So yeah, I can edit that thing in. That should have been different.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We'll get that updated.
Maaf kijiye, sorry about that. So water is actually pani.
Pani.
Pani. Pani. And food would be khana.
Khana.
Khana. And okay. And if you are thirsty, you would say pyasa.
Pyasa.
Pyasa. That's actually just the adjective, but if you say pyasa, then somebody would understand.
How would you say it, like, for it to be conjugated to say I am thirsty? How would that sound?
That would be mujhe pyas lagi hai. That means I am feeling thirst, literally. But I'm thirsty. Mujhe pyas lagi hai. Yeah. Okay. Maybe actually an easier one would be main pyasa hoon. I am thirsty.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. The next one. Hungry is. Okay. You go ahead and pronounce it. Let's see.
Vuka.
Vuka. Perfect.
That one's easy.
Yeah. I think that might be the last one, I guess. Oh no.
That's always a good one to learn.
Yeah. Help is madad.
Madad.
Madad, exactly.
Cool. Okay. Is there one more?
Oh yeah, there's the last one. Price. Yeah, if you want to buy something, you would say qimat.
Qimat.
Mm-hmm.
And if you said that like qimat, like a question, would someone understand that that was like asking how much the price was? Or how might you ask that?
You would say कीमत क्या है?
कीमत क्या है?
Kya, like K-Y-A, like the car K-I-A, Kia, for example. Cool. What is the price? Kia is actually the word for what? Kya कीमत, what price?
Very cool. All right, is that the last one, I think?
I think that should be the last one.
Oh yeah, so I was wondering where people could go to learn more about Urdu, where the kind of the best places are, the best resources.
So this is actually a free open source website that I am currently working with a different language. It's with the DLI or Defense Language Institute. So they have, you can go and you can learn Urdu, you can learn Persian, actually a bunch of other languages if you're interested in. It's a free open source website. It has audio lessons, it has video lessons.
Very cool. And are there any other like other resources? Like, does Rosetta Stone have a version of Urdu or other kind of language apps? Like, it seems like it's not something I've come across just in like looking for language resources.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Rosetta Stone, but App Store has a lot of apps that can teach you Urdu, like basic phrases, you know, whatever we had. And other than that, I think UW's South Asia Center has Urdu classes or courses for 5 credits. I think there might be 3 classes that you can take.
And are there any things for just Seattleites in general? Or do you know of any classes that non-students could take that are not at UW?
I am not aware of in the Seattle area, but I think in the country, there of course there are a lot of people, or maybe there are actually maybe private tutors who can do that. And other than that, you can always check out a phrase book or something from the library. I think UW's library actually has a lot of resources on that. So I would recommend that. Yeah.
Cool. And you mentioned you speak other languages too. Can you talk about what are some of the other languages that you speak?
Yeah, the other language, my mother tongue is called Balochi. It's spoken in a region called Balochistan, and it's very similar to Farsi in so many ways, I would say. And then Urdu is of course the national language in Pakistan, and everybody has to learn it. And then Hindi, they might be the same language actually, but I can read and write the script, so I think that's a language. So, and then English of course, and maybe some Punjabi, but not really, just here and there, some phrases. Yeah.
And do you have any other tips for people who are just starting to learn Urdu? Like, are there good shows to watch, or like maybe like a certain television program that's like easy for first-time speakers to pick up on?
I think maybe if you're interested in Bollywood movies, actually, they're a good way to, pick up some phrases here and there. Most of them use Urdu language, formal Urdu language, formal Urdu and Hindi. And if you're watching the subtitles, maybe you can pick up a phrase. So that's actually, I would recommend that. Maybe other than that, you can always search YouTube for whatever you would like to have.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Qazi. We'll be posting Qazi's slides on our website on SeattleGlobalist.com. Qazi, thank you so much for being here. And maybe my last question is kind of, what is the Globalist meant for you? And it's been really amazing to work with you at the Globalist, and I'm wondering why you think people should give big today to the Globalist.
Well, the first thing is it gave me a chance to continue my journalism. When I moved to this country, there were not a lot of outlets that I could relate to. Actually, the kind of journalism is done in the US is very different than maybe I would like to do. People follow sports, showbiz, things like that. But Globalist actually means a lot to me in a sense that I came from a country with a different background. And then Seattle Globalist was doing kind of journalism that I thought maybe was missing in the area. A lot of local issues, but nobody was aware of what was happening around the world. So Globalist actually fills that gap really very well.